Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carla, and in today's video, I'm bringing you some insider knowledge. 7 secrets your bank doesn't want you to know. A lot of us think that our banks is a friendly place where we go to keep our money, get advice, and even secure loans for cars, homes, or businesses, or anything like that. But the truth is, banks have some strategies and practices that aren't upfront about. It's time you to know what is really going on behind the scenes. Let's get into it. First, bank wants you to save money, but they don't. What that mean? You probably heard about this thousands of times. Save your money, save your money. Your bank will constantly encourage you to stash your cash into your account. But guess what? Bank doesn't save your money. The moment you put your money or they hit your the moment you put your money in your account and hits their vault, they are investing that money to make themselves more money. That's how it works. It's like a game. Always in finance is a game of numbers. So while they are busy investing, you are left out with a tiny interest rate in your savings accounts or checking accounts, depending on the type of account you have, and that's it. With that being said, banks are not your financial friend, like, hey, I'm here, give me some money, borrow. No, it's not like that. They are savvy investor in using your money to grow their own wealth, or that's how it works. So why not start working like the bank does? You need to find ways to invest your money just like they do. Basically, you need to learn how to make your own financial moves, and that way you can get more benefit to yourself. I'm going to put a quick example here. If you deposit a $10,000 into your savings accounts and the bank gives you an interest rate of 0.01%, over 1 year you have earned a tiny bit of like $1 in interest rate. Can you imagine that? So meanwhile, the bank is taking that money, lend it out for a mortgage, personal loans, or invest in other financial products, making them much more money, higher returns, sometimes up to 5% or more. They have made thousands from your money while only giving you $1 back. So the tip over here is, instead of letting your bank or your money sit in a low interest rate savings account, consider invest in mutual funds, stocks, or even real estate, whatever you like, because nowadays there is many ways that you can invest your money. But the point here is where you can invest where your money can grow faster than having your money sitting in a saving account with a really low interest rate. The second secret is unadvertised programs. This is a gem. Here is, most banks have unadvertised programs, especially for underrepresented groups like women, minorities, and veterans. This program often offer low interest loan and a special benefit that you won't see in any commercial, ads, or advertisement. For example, let's say that you walk into a bank like PNC, Truist, Regions, or it doesn't matter, and simply because and simply because let's say that you are a woman, right? And simply because you are a woman or minority business owner, you were eligible for special loans and perks that aren't advertised and is not known for the general public. The catch is, you have to know what, where, and how to ask about these programs. So if you are part of one of these groups, walk into a local bank and inquire about one of these programs. You could be walking out with thousands of dollars in funding without needing to prove your income at all. So this is a uh, great program that you can take advantage of. Here is an example. You are a minority business owner and you walk into a bank to open a business checking account, right? During the conversation, the banker mentioned that they have a special offer or a special loan program for minority owned businesses that isn't advertised anywhere. They offer you a $50,000 low interest rate, and you didn't even have to show proof of your income or anything like that. This program is meant to support underrepresented groups, but the bank doesn't advertise it due to the potential legal complexity that can come with these kind of programs. The tip here is always ask about special loans programs when you go and visit your local bank, especially if you are a minority woman or veteran. So these kind of programs exist but are rarely advertised. So that's why you need to keep this in mind. So just be open minded. And when you go there, just inquire about any loans that they might have available at the time that you can take advantage of. The third secret is your bank is not a financial advisor. Yes, that is right. Your bank might offer you financial consultation or advice, but be aware that the advice that they are giving you is not designed to make you rich or wealthy or anything like that. In fact, most financial advisors at banks will push conservative investment like savings accounts or CDs that give you minimal returns. So you have to have your diligence, you have to do your homework, you have to do your research and go with the proper knowledge. That way you can get the most benefit of that visit. If you are looking for wealth building advice, you need to connect with actual wealthy people or entrepreneurs who know how to grow their money. So just focus on maybe a mentor that you can have or somebody that you know that is in a place that you would like to be, and you can reach out to them if he's in a if that person is reachable. So it's better that they give you some advice on how they got to their work to where they are right now instead of go to into a financial institution. Because think about it, the representative that you are talking about, yes, they can guide you on the programs or the products that they have, but at the end of the day, is not necessarily is on your own benefits. So that's why you need to know what you want. In that way you can get an agreement there and get the most benefit from that visit, like I mentioned before. Banks aren't in the business of making you rich. They are in the business of keeping things stable and safe for the institution. To get rich, you have to think outside the bank. So that's mean you, like I mentioned before, I give you an example, just research, just reach people that are in a place that you want to be to see how they do it. Just find some strategy that work out for you. And when you go to the bank, you can inquire about programs and products that benefit you. Here is an example. You visit your bank for a financial consultation, right? And they advise you to put $5,000 in a certificate of deposit, offering you a 0.5% interest rate. Really? However, you could have taken that same $5,000 and invest it in in a rental property, let's say that, or something like that, that generates a much higher return, like 400 a month in a rental income. So that's just to say you are earning much more than having that stock in a CD for just a minimal low interest rate. Tips here is be cautious when you are following financial advice from bank employees. Remember that they are there to have a conversation with you and serve you as a customer and all of that, but also they are trained on their products that they have. They are not financial advisor to make you rich. So just keep this in mind, especially when it involves low return products like CDs or savings accounts. Sometimes those employees can make maybe some commission or have some bonus depend of how many CDs or savings accounts they open. So just be aware of that. Not that don't quote me on that because that might not be exactly the policy of every single bank, but it could be. So just think about it. Consult with an independent financial advisor or experienced investor for wealth building strategies. That way, you can find a way to get rich yourself. The fourth secret is most bank advisors are not wealthy, they are not rich. So, what that mean? This might come as surprise, but most of the financial advisors sitting in the bank cubicles are not wealthy themselves. They are just employee of this banking institution or this financial institution. And many of them have never earned over $250,000 per year. So, and that's a lot to say. And most of them have never started their own business or made a large investment. Like I said, they are employees that they go to clock in to their 9 to 5 job and go from there. And some of them live paycheck by paycheck, which is what we are trying to avoid here. So if you want to be wealthy, if you want to become rich, you should be taking advice from people who are where you want to be. Surround yourself with people who understand wealth building because the advice you will get from the bank is likely geared toward maintaining mediocrity, not creating millionaires. I'm going to put you an example here. So if you are looking for advice on building wealth and visit a financial advisor at your local bank, after reviewing their suggestion to invest in a low yield bonds, you ask the advisor about their own financial success, right? It turns out they have never earned more than $70,000 a year, maybe more, maybe less, and have never run a business or invest in real estate themselves as you want to be or where you want to be. So the tip here is if you want to become a wealthy, rich, seek out financial mentors or advisors who are already successful and experienced in wealth building. Many banks advisors haven't reached the level of success they are advising on. And that's one you need to avoid. You need to get together or reach out to people that are where you want to be, your mentors, your advisors, whoever is that person that you admire is your role model. That's what you need to follow. Secret number 5. Banks want you to save money but won't pay you for it. Banks usually push you hard to opening savings accounts and keep as much money in there as possible. But they offer next to nothing in interest rate to keep your money in there. This is part of their business model, so they use your money to invest and lend out at a higher interest rate while paying you as little as possible, and they keep the rest. So instead of letting your money sit there collecting dust, consider investing your assets like real estate or stock or whatever you decide to do where your money can grow and it can come more to your pocket and not to the bank. Don't let the bank take advantage of your hard work, your hard earned cash while paying you peanuts in return. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to put you another example here. So let's say that you open a savings account with $20,000, right? After a year, your interest earned is $10 while inflation reduced the value of the money. You see? So meanwhile, the bank has lent your savings out to for a personal loans or and credit cards at rate of 15 to 25%. So who is the person that is really earning here? The tips here is instead of parking your large amount of cash in a savings account, consider alternative like investing in index funds, high yield dividend stocks, or using a portion of the funds to start your own business that generates higher returns. I'm a huge advocate to have your own business and operate in that way you can work toward the path of success and just become a millionaire if that's your goal. The secret number 6 is banks make a fortune on overdraft fees. Here is a shocking one. Bank wants you to overdraft. Yes, you hear right. Bank want you to overdraft. In fact, before regulation were put in place, banks were making billions of dollars in overdraft fees every year. Every time you overdraft, they charge you $35 more or less, depending on the institution or whatever the agreement is, but usually it's 35 or more. And this fee add up fast because usually is an overdraft per transaction. So think about it. So my advice here is set up alerts on your accounts to track your balance and if possible, link your checking accounts to your savings accounts or credit card to cover any overdraft automatically because that doesn't make sense. It's not fun to give your money away just because of an overdraft fee. Don't let the bank profit from your small slip ups or just maybe a mistake that you miscalculate and then go from there. Let's put an example here. Let's say you accidentally overdraft your account by $1 while buying while buying your lunch that day. The bank allows the transaction to go through but slap you with a $35 overdraft fee. That's not fun. You don't notice the fee and a few more small transactions occur, adding another 105 in fees for minor charges. By the end of the week, you are out $140 in overdraft fees, just the overdraft fee, because you probably didn't check your account that day. So that is not fun to just find out and just explode like a bomb, like, oh my God, what is going on? So in this case, my suggestion is set up alerts on your phone to notify you when your balance is getting low, or link your checking accounts or savings accounts or a credit card to avoid those overdraft fees. This way, funds can automatically transfer to cover any shortfalls without hefty fees. Or also, what you can do is just turn off that option of overdraft. That way, if you don't have the money, you cannot buy it. Whatever it is, let's say it's not lunch, hopefully. Let's say that you go to the store to buy something that you might or might not need, but if you don't have the funds, it won't go through. So just think about that. Next and last, the seventh secret is the most important one here. Use the bank's money to make your money. So what I'm talking about here is, this is one of the biggest secret. You can use the bank's money to build your own wealth and get rich. This is like people used to say, the use others people's money, or OPM. Banks are always trying to get you to take out a mortgage, car loans, or credit cards, or something like that. But the reality is, those products don't make you money. Instead, look into business loans, lines of credit, or investment funding. That way, you can get more benefit from these products. If you do that, you can start a business, invest in real estate, or build a e-commerce empire using business credit cards or business credit in business funding. Many times you can use a secure loan that don't even appear in your personal credit report. And you can use that money to create income generating asset that at the end of the day you will pay really low in interest rate, because you're going to pay that as soon as possible. So you can build an entire real estate portfolio using business credit by using the bank's money to fund income producing properties or investments. Bank won't tell you this, but it is possible. So think about it. I'm giving you here a bunch of options that you can consider. I'm going to put you an example. Instead of opening a personal checking account, you decide to start a business. You secure 50,000 business line of credit and use that money to buy an investment property. The rental income from the property generates $1,200 a month. And within a few years, the property appreciates in value. You have used bank money to acquire a profitable asset to grow your wealth. Tip here is, rather than use bank loans for personal expenses like cars or vacation, leverage business loans and line of credit to invest in income generating assets such as real estate or inventory for your business, and go on. Now that you have these 7 secrets, you are already ahead of the game. Don't fall into the traps banks set for an average customer. Use this knowledge to your advantage and start building real wealth and get rich. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend who could benefit from this information and these tips. I will be back with more strategy to help you take control of your financial future. Until next time, keep growing your health. Bye.